So what's up? Hey, I'm back. Welcome back to Community Splash. And yeah, in this video we're going to discuss anime that you thought were cartoons. So these are anime that you grew up watching, you never knew they were anime until you learned the term anime. But you always thought they were cartoons because like you might have saw like on Cartoon Network or some other type of channel. Maybe you saw horrible 4Kids dubs, but yeah. This is my video. So I'm going to start with the first one. This one is kind of like people knew but you didn't know. So I'm talking about any Studio Ghibli movie. People they just thought they were like animated movies. They didn't think much of it being like an anime movie. Because I've seen so many people that have grown up and they've seen a Studio Ghibli movie, but then they haven't watched any anime, but they've seen a Studio Ghibli. That's because Studio Ghibli movies are amazing, but a lot of people just thought they were animated movies and they didn't think they were anime because they didn't know the term anime yet. So yeah, I'll move on. Now my next one is Sailor Moon. So like a lot of people that grew up in the 90s that saw Sailor Moon might have thought it was a cartoon because it came on, like I think it came on Toonami too, like along with Dragon Ball Z, I don't remember. But along with that, so they might have thought that was a cartoon, like a girl's cartoon or something, or like a cartoon they just thought it was. But then if you watch Sailor Moon, you can tell it's not a cartoon, it's an anime. Like you can see all this stuff and like it's more in depth. Like you can kind of distinct them, but being a kid, you don't know. You just think, oh, you just see animation. You're like, oh, this must be a cartoon. Hey, it's coming on Cartoon Network. Hey, this is a cartoon. All right, the next one. Now, this one might have like the reason why people might mainly think this one is a cartoon is because of 4Kids. Like 4Kids literally messed it up, like badly, like very badly. Their dub is horrible. And I'm talking about One Piece. If you ever see the dub of One Piece on 4Kids, it's so weird. They changed Sanji's cigarette into a lollipop. The voice acting's horrible. Like it's weird. Like it's the weirdest dub ever. Like it's I don't know what they were doing on 4Kids. They just made a lot of weird dubs. The only thing they did was there was a good Sonic X. Hey, Sonic X was good. Just saying that was, but I don't know what they were doing. Yeah, it's the weirdest thing ever. Like One Piece, that's why people probably think it was a cartoon, because like One Piece was like seeing One Piece how it was back then in anime, you're like, whoa, like it does look like a cartoon compared to how you look at it now, and like it's so much better animation and all that. But yeah, 4Kids messed that up. Now the next one is a very unforgettable anime. It's like, cause like there's another card game anime that's better than it, and I'm talking about Duel Masters. Now Duel Masters, like honestly, Duel Master does look like a cartoon. Like honestly, it just looks like a ripoff of Yu-Gi-Oh. It is a ripoff of Yu-Gi-Oh. Like whenever I heard Duel Master, I thought because I know like on Yu-Gi-Oh like they say like even Duel Master something like in the card game. I forgot exactly, but you hear the word Duel Master in Yu-Gi-Oh. I swear you do. But I just always thought this show was like a ripoff to Yu-Gi-Oh. Like it has some okay plot points. Like it's an okay show, but yeah, this is one of the shows that people mistake as a cartoon because like I could because of how Duel Master is. You just think it's ripping off Yu-Gi-Oh, so you're just like, yeah, this is ripping off Yu-Gi-Oh. Alright, the next one is Naruto. So of course Naruto, you would have thought that before you know anime, because like when they showed Naruto on Cartoon Network on Toonami, like when what was it? I forgot when they started showing that the first part of Naruto and the way the voice acting is. It isn't bad voice acting on that, but you just think it's a cartoon because it's coming on Cartoon Network on Toonami, so you just think it is. And then it turns out it's not, because then it gets Shippuden and you're just like, wow. And then you learn, once Shippuden starts coming out, you learn, you're like, oh, this isn't a cartoon, this is an anime, because like it gets in depth. Even though Naruto has a lot of violence and all that, and it's like, that's not a cartoon, you can tell. And it has a story. Cartoons don't have stories. The only cartoon that ever had a story is just like Avatar. Every other one really doesn't have a story. It's like all over. Alright, the next one on this list. Now this is one that was fire, and it came out, when this came out, hey, it had the toy scene going crazy, and I'm talking about Blade. Now Blade had the toy scene, hey, everybody wanted one of them Blades and they spin and all that. Hey, the show wasn't bad either, but this is one people really thought was a cartoon because of how, when it came, plus it had all the toys too in them, the toys that are coming in America, because usually we didn't get most anime toys unless it was super popular. But yeah, Blades was one of those that, hey, I remember so many people elementary having those, just ripping them, having them fight each other. Hey, Blade was fire. The toys are fire too. Hey, it was a fire anime, and like you see, you can tell how people thought it was a cartoon because the toys. Usually, cartoons are connected to a lot of toys because early 2000s and even towards the end of beginning of 2010s, toy sales was a big thing. So that's why you would mainly think that. The next one is another anime that sold toys. I'm talking about Bakugan. Now this is when I thought this was a cartoon. Like still, I didn't learn this until later on. I was like, wow, this was an anime. Because I mean, Bakugan looks like it's a cartoon. It feels like it's a cartoon. It literally came on early in the morning on Cartoon Network. Like it feels like it's a cartoon. And I mean, hey, Bakugan was fire too. Because you throw them little balls, like shaped little circle ball things, throw them, then the Bakugan pops out. Hey, that was fire. Hey, the show was fire too. If you haven't seen Bakugan, go watch it. It was flames. I remember I had like so many different of those. I used to throw them, and yeah, it was fire. I loved the show. I used to have a T-shirt. I grew out of it though. That sucks. That sucks. I grew out of it though. But it was fire. It was fire. Bakugan is fire. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Hey, it was a show watching. Hey, I thought it was a cartoon. Like still to this day, I didn't find that out until this year that it wasn't, because I swear it was a cartoon. All right, the next one. Now this is one people might think too if you ever saw this show, but Hamtaro. You know the show about hamsters. Like if you didn't know this was an anime, you would think it's a cartoon because it's like it's hamsters, and you're like it's animals and all that, and you're just thinking like, yeah, this has to be a cartoon. But yeah, it's not. It even has a beach episode somehow. I don't know how they got that in the hamster show, but yeah, Hamtaro wasn't bad. I remember seeing this growing up. Like I didn't watch it that much, but I do remember seeing it. I used to think it was a cartoon, of course, like a lot of these, but then it turns out it's not. It's anime. You learn the term. Next one now, this has one of the most fierest openings ever, and I'm talking about Digimon, Digital Monster, Digimon Diamond Champions. Hey, Digimon's opening was heat. The show is heat. Digimon is like fire. When it comes to like anime made in the 90s, Digimon is up there. Even though there's a lot of great ones, but Digimon at least is like top 10, maybe even top 5. Depends on what you look at, because Digimon is fire. One of the best shows that came out. Like it's better. Hey, in my opinion, it's better than Pokemon. Hey, it's better than Pokemon's like anime from the 90s. Yeah, Digimon shits on it. Yeah, people thought Digimon was a cartoon because like it seems like it's a cartoon. When it came on, where you watch it and all that, it seemed like it was a cartoon, but it wasn't. Digimon wasn't. It was just a fire ass show, and you realize it's not a cartoon. All right, next one I got is Yu-Gi-Oh! Of course, Yu-Gi-Oh! Of course you think Yu-Gi-Oh! Is because when it came on, you watch it in the morning, it was on 4Kids, it even came on Cartoon Network. Like, you think it is. Like, because like, it comes on all these stations, you just like, this has to be a cartoon because it's on one of these stations you just don't know. You don't know the term anime yet. And then you find out, and it's like, wow. And it's like, there was no Shadow Realm. They died. That was like a dub thing. And then 4Kids had another stupid dub on that. They took away like their guns and they censored a lot of stuff for no reason. 4Kids was weird, bro. I don't know why 4Kids censored so much stuff, but it was funny though. Alright, now the next one. Now this is one people used to think was a cartoon a lot because you grew up and this is one of the most impactful anime from the 90s. And I'm talking about Dragon Ball Z. Of course you thought this was a cartoon because you see it on Cartoon Network. And Cartoon Network later in the day, like Toonami, their little section, you watch it and you just think it is because it's on Cartoon Network. You don't know no better. But then once you learn the term, even though they kill people, they literally Dragon Ball Z kills people. There's literally blood, everything, and you still think it's a cartoon, but you just think it is because you grew up watching it like that, and then turns out it's an anime. Yeah. All right, now my number one. Now I already mentioned this earlier, but you know, if you think about it, you should know what number one is because it's literally obvious, and that's Pokemon. Of course, you think Pokemon's a cartoon because literally there's a card game, video game, and you just think like this has to be a cartoon, but no, it's anime because it's made in Japan. That's what anime is. But yeah, this is my list. Of course, like I said, Pokemon. Remember all these Pokemon and all of them are anime, not cartoons. But you grew up thinking that. A lot of these I thought, like I told you, Bakugan I didn't realize it was an anime until later on this year because I still thought it was a cartoon. It seems like it's a cartoon. It really does. But a lot of these you can tell now that they're not cartoons. You know, if you watch any anime, you know now. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you think I forgot any anime on here that you grew up thinking was a cartoon, put it down in the comment sections. I want to read some of that because there could be a lot of anime I forgot because trust me, I probably did forget some and I still probably think it's a cartoon or something. But yeah, thanks for watching. Check out the rest of the channel. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye.